Thank you for connecting with me today. If you would like to skip ahead, there are timestamps in the description box below. Please keep in mind that these are general readings, so it will not resonate with everyone. Take whatever resonates, leave the rest behind. We are here to grow, to learn, to connect with each other, so I really love it when you guys help each other out in the comments. I love the likes, the shares, the subscribes. Big shout out to my subbies. You have no idea how much I love you guys. You keep me going, and I get a lot out of this. It really means a lot to me. I can't even describe how much it means. For more information, including planetary transits and how to book a personal reading, please check the description box below. Hello Cancer, welcome to March 2018. Let's get on to your spiritual messages. 2 jumped out. There were a lot of angelic jumpers, so the angels are around you at this time, Cancer. We have Isabella, and Isabella says, yes, the timing is right for you for this new venture. A happy outcome follows positive expectations. So whatever you're wishing on, now's the time to do it. We got a little monkey and some birds, and naked woman in ribbon and cloth, so she's ready to go. She, you know, this is the first time I mentioned that she was naked, so what that tells me right now is to be vulnerable. If you are positive, if you have positive expectations and show your vulnerable side, then this is the time for that new venture, you know, that's right for you. Next we have Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Raphael, says, I am helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others. You are a healer like me. So, you might be experiencing, you might be coming out of a sickness, you might be, you know, healing from a broken bone, all of that, but any physical challenges, you are coming out of that, and now's the time to get it moving. We have it paired with Goal and the 4 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands is the Happy Home card. I always find it interesting in this deck because she's solitary, so it's like having a home within yourself. But let's see. Spirit, Spirit, Spirit. Please surround us with the warm, white, loving light of God and give us God-given guidance for Cancer and all those who love Cancer. Could you clarify Goal and the 4 of Wands for us, please? Could you protect us from all who seek to do us harm and give us God-given guidance for Cancer and all those who love Cancer? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. One more shuffle for Cancer and all those who love Cancer in their spiritual life. So we have the 6 of Wands, like it. We have the 9 of Cups, and then we have Temperance reverse. So, so we have this new venture. It says the time is right, right? And, you know, this is good because this is a happy home. This is foundations. This is stability. And then we have your goal. So, and then we have this 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands is a card about victory. 6 of Wands, excuse me, is a card about success. The 6 of Wands, oh, I see what it's trying to tell me. This card is, he's the dude walking through the room, right? He sealed the deal. He's made it happen. And he has all of his friends and family congratulating him, like, yes, you could do it. So when I said to be naked, to be vulnerable, I feel like you need to be, your biggest cheerleader, right? It says positive expectations will lead to a happy outcome, right? So you need to visualize the success for yourself, and then you're going to have it. Because what's happening is you need to visualize your ultimate goal and your ultimate happy home, right? The people that are in it, the down to the nitty-gritty details of, you know, the crown molding and all that business. You need to visualize you being on top, visualize you being a success. Right now we have the 9 of Cups reversed, and the 9 of Cups is a card about, Libra got these 2 cards in the exact same position, but the 9 of Cups reversed is a card about your wishes not being fulfilled, your wishes not being granted. Sometimes it's a card about, it's like a fat and happy card. So it's like excess in things, excess in drinking, excess in eating, excess in sex, anything that you use to kind of escape not getting your wishes fulfilled. you know, kind of like burying yourself into things that ultimately do not give you, that are kind of distractions, right, from what you really want. And then we have the Temperance card reversed, and the Temperance card is a card about patience. It's a card about doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's a card about dipping your toes into the water first and seeing, like, testing the temperature and then seeing if it's right for you. I actually feel like in this particular reading, like, as I just said that, I feel like there's too much toe dipping, right? And you should just jump. You should just jump right in instead of, like, trying to temper yourself to the water. I feel like there needs to be more jumping right in. If you are healing physical challenges, it might be something like a physical therapy thing. So it's like you aren't challenging your body enough to heal it, right? I mean, in the healing process, you know, if we, you know, get a torn, is it ACL? I don't even know, like, the technical health terms, but if you, if some of you might be in physical therapy, if this is, like, coming to me, if you are relearning how to move that muscle, relearning how to move your body, I feel like you might be taking it too light, too easy, and so you're not pushing yourself to, like, even though it might hurt a little bit, and definitely don't overdo it, but pushing your muscles to work the way they used to, kind of overextending yourself, I actually feel like that's going to help you win this victory. And it's more about believing in yourself instead of trying to do it, like, in incremental steps. This is actually an incremental card, but I feel like it's going to take big incrementalism, right? It's going to take pushing yourself on a consistent basis to better yourself in some way. And these spiritual messages, they can be in health, money, career, love, home, family, anything. The first segment of this reading is just kind of a catch-all reading, so this can really go anywhere. So if you are not healing physical challenges, if your health is in check, I feel like this is a situation in your life along the same lines where you are dipping your toes too much into the water, you're being a little too cautious, and you need to dive right in so that it's like no pain, no gain, right? But this Nine of Cups, it's like you'll never have this reward if you take it easy, if you take it, if you do it kind of half-assed, right? And part of jumping in, part of pushing yourself to that limit is by visualizing the outcome as you being successful, as you having a firm foundation. I mean, I feel like with this goal and with this Four of Wands, you already have, like, a safety net to fall back on. Whatever risk you have been dipping your toes in, whatever risk you are in some ways afraid of failing in, I feel like you have more of a support system than you realize. And even if some of you may feel like all alone, no one to help you, I feel like just the universe and spirit has your back, and so you need to believe in yourself. Like, this is like spirit, right? And this is like your friends and family too. Like, your friends and family want you to take these leaps. They want, like, success and happiness for you. Let's get on to money, health, and career. But first, I gotta make my money, so stay tuned until after this commercial break. Okay, in your money, health, and career, we have Unknown, or the Fool, with the Eight of Wands reversed. I'll get into those in a second, but it's paired with Golden Palace. And I'm not reading from the book anymore. I do honor those words, and I feel like it gives, like, really good insight, but I feel like for the sake of the readings, it's just better for me to go with you know, my intuition and what I remember from the book. So what I remember from Golden Palace is, it says, it's basically like a fortune card. So this is great for your money, health, and career. This is like perfect in your money, health, and career. This is about wealth. This is about, sometimes gambling, right? Winning like big gains on the lottery, winning big gains at a casino. We see, a half moon here, and it's a day moon. I think it's a day moon. Is it during the day? Day moons are good luck, by the way. The only warning with the Golden Palace is to not just to kind of realize that materialism, that wealth can come and go, and to not make wealth your god, right? So I would be mindful not to you know, get so wrapped up in money that you lose sight of your spiritual life or neglect your loved ones. I think that was in the last month. But it's definitely a good card for money, health, and career, because it means like abundance is available to you right now. Abundance is totally at your disposal. And you know how I just said that you have a safety net, whether, I mean, even if you don't see it, Spirit has your back. I see these roots down here, and it's like, for as much instability as some of you may be facing, you have roots planted that I feel like is going to support this Golden Palace, right? Support this wealth, support this abundance. Love it. We do have the Unknown card with the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a card about quick moving energy. It's usually like in a career and money reading, it's like it's messages from employers, right? Coming for an interview, coming for a drug test, all that stuff. Whenever it's reversed, it's like you aren't hearing those messages, so you might still be in a period of waiting, and there's like this unknown sense with it. The unknown in the traditional tarot is the Fool. So, you know, this took a leap of faith, but you're just not hearing back from them, and that can be really scary, to be honest. It can be scary to be in limbo, not know what your next job is going to be. But let's see. Spirit. In their money, health, and career, could you give us guidance for the highest good of all for Cancer and all those who love Cancer? Could you clarify Unknown, the Eight of Wands, and Golden Palace for us, please? Thank you. Please surround us with warm, light, loving light of God, and protect us from all who seek to do us harm. Please give us God-given guidance for the highest good of all for Cancer and all those who love Cancer. One more shuffle. Thank you. For Cancer and all those who love Cancer. For Cancer and all those who love Cancer. So we have the Knight of Swords reversed. We have the Knave of Swords reversed. And we have the Devil. So you could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. The Knight of Swords reversed is a card of, you could be waiting to hear from them. Could be spying on them. They could be spying on you. It could even go as far as like this obsession, right? The Knight of Swords reversed. The Knight of Swords is a card about, it's my little protester activist card. So this is someone who feels a calling in their heart, and they think, this is so unjust, right? And so they barge in. We see a centaur who's trying to push open this door, right? So they have this determination, this like kind of like barging in. The Knight of Swords is known to like barge in, but what they fail to do to like reach their goal, to change people's minds, to like elevate, you know, human consciousness and change the culture, is they are too blamey. Like protest activist, Knight of Swords character, they call the corrupt out, right? But they don't offer solutions to solve the problem. So whenever it's reversed, I see it as a little more tactful. I see it as like connecting on more of a heart level to get your point across. So perhaps in waiting for job interviews, this could also be law, because air signs rule like the legal system. But whenever the Knight of Swords is reversed, this is someone who has learned how to better articulate and get their point across, but they have a little softer approach, and they are, they connect with you with like personal anecdotes instead of like, you suck, right? So the Knave of Swords, again, you could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, and you could also be dealing with Pisces with this unknown. The Knave of Swords is someone who, it's the spy card, the internet stalker. You could be doing this, someone else could be doing this. Maybe you're waiting on a message, so like there's like this obsession with, you know, checking in on others. Or, you know, someone else could be doing this to you. I am also getting this message that it might be an employer, like, looking over your background. Because the devil can sometimes mean, like, a corporate. It doesn't always have to be bad. I think the last message you guys got, the devil wasn't in a bad light. But the devil is someone who is about contracts. He's about like being bound to something. He's also ruled by Capricorn, so you could be dealing with a Capricorn, especially with this centaur. I know the Capricorn is more of a fish goat, but it's like half animal, interspecies type of thing. But the devil is about contracts, so you could have an employer who is you know, looking over your social media and trying to get a feel, and like checking references and stuff, and getting a feel of if you're the right candidate for the position. They could be, you know, putting together contracts in order to sign you on, right? And so you're in this suspense period, you're in this waiting period, because things are being sifted through. And also, when I see this unknown card paired with the Knave of Swords, this is definitely like, I'm getting strong like internet investigation, right? And so that's why there's a holdup. I don't think there's anything wrong, because we have the Golden Palace, which is always a good card, but I do think you might be in a process of waiting, just because these employers might want to, you know, see every angle, see, just get all their ducks in a row. The Knave of Swords, in some cases for me, knaves and pages can be our inner children. And the Knave of Swords is a card about a kid who is really excited to tell his parents about something new, or like an idea. He's just really excited to like talk to his parents, right? Really excited to share an idea, share a thought, share a just shoot the shit, right? But then parents are like, go away kid, you don't know anything, go talk to let the adults talk, right? Go talk to the other kids. And so the Knave of Swords can mean feeling neglected, abandoned. It can mean whenever the Knave of Swords is reversed, it's kind of like a, well, fine, I'll just do it myself type of energy, right? I'm going to run away. I don't need your help. But overall, I see good things in career, health, and money. So I think overall it's good. With this Golden Palace, you're golden. You have like all the abundance available to you. So now let's move on to love and personal life. Okay, so in love and personal life, you have forgiveness. Again, Libra had this card too, so if you're dealing with a Libra, might want to check out that reading. Forgiveness says nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments. So we see hands up here holding each other's hand. We see a candle up here, and then a spiral staircase. And then we see like, it looks like a bronze statue of a man and a woman. And then in the foreground we see someone with like icicles on her head, and then another rainbow. There's rainbows all over here. So I was telling Libra that, you know, this is March, and I was trying to go with themes, you know, St. Patrick's Day, and I was thinking of, like, end of the rainbow, pot of gold, you know, so maybe forgiveness is the way to reach this pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I don't know. Let's see. Let's keep it moving. Let's see what else we have. We also have release, which goes into forgiveness, right? Let's release past disappointments. Let's release grudges. Let's release regrets. Let's move forward. Let's get rid of pain that isn't doing anything for us, right? The Eight of Cups can be a card about moving on. You could be moving on from someone, but when I see it with this Eight of Pentacles is a card about craftsmanship, so it's a card about working hard at something. And yes, the Eight of Cups is about something that you've invested a lot of emotion into and that you're walking away from. But in this forgiveness, paired with releasing grudges, and with this Eight of Pentacles, like the Eight of Pentacles says, keep going, keep crafting, like you can do this in your sleep, you got this. So I feel like with this message, and they're both eights, right? It's very interesting to me, and they both have this yellow color. So you know, I feel like part of this forgiveness, part of this release is a practice that you have to do. Like you have to practice forgiving yourself and others, and asking for forgiveness too. You have to practice these things to like get really skilled at love, right? Get really skilled at relationships. Let's see what the other cards have to say so that we can add to this story. Spirit, 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 please surround us with the warm, white, loving light of God and give us God-given guidance for Cancer and all those who love Cancer. Spirit, for Cancer and all those who love Cancer, could you clarify release and the Eight of Pentacles with forgiveness for love and personal life for Cancer and all those who love Cancer? Protect us from all who seek to do us harm. Please give us God-given guidance for the highest good of all for Cancer and all those who love Cancer. For Cancer and all those who love Cancer. One more shuffle. For Cancer and all those who love Cancer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have the Eight of Swords, Death reversed, and the Six of Pentacles. So, I'm getting several messages. I'll start with the first one. The first one is we have the Eight of Swords. Again, Libra got this too. Eight of Swords is a card about feeling trapped. It's a card about being trapped in our thoughts. So whenever we see the Eight of Swords, it's a card about, you know, us overthinking, thinking like, well, if I do this, then she's going to do that. If I, you know, say I'm sorry, then I'm never going to be able to, you know, get my way again. Something like that. It could also be, because we have this half-naked woman here, she's holding a blanket, she has her head in her hand, you know, it could be some sort of like, can't believe I slept with that person type of thing. But we have, she's haunted by her thoughts. We see ghosts following down her, ghosts chasing her down this hallway. When I see the Death reversed, the Death reversed is something that hasn't died. It could either be something that's trying to transform or something like the storyline. First storyline I'm getting is that something you may have tried to close is still alive. It hasn't died, and some unfinished business exists, right? And part of that unfinished business is an unequal relationship. So this could mean, even if you don't want to be with this person, even if you know, have no like romantic feelings for them for the future, I feel like if you are experiencing these Eight of Swords thoughts where like you feel trapped, there needs to be some closure that was never closed. But whatever the case is, you know, if you want to stay with them or not, the things that have gone unsaid are that someone was putting in more work than the other person. The Six of Pentacles is about equal give and take. Six of Pentacles is, you know, reciprocity. Like, so if it's like it can never be closed because one person wasn't given their what they deserved, right? One person gave too much and wasn't given what they deserved back. So it's like it can't be released until this issue is addressed. Like, that's the missing piece to this feeling trapped. And again, it's up to you, you know, if you want to move ahead with this person, if you want to get over and move on from this person, the message is the same. Something isn't closed, something is still open, and things are still unsaid. And I think before this is hashed out, there does need to be a release of disappointments, of grudges, of pain that has been experienced, so that you can, whatever direction you choose to go in, can start with a clean slate and not carry these into the next relationship, not carry these into you know, this ongoing relationship if you want to stay with your partner. When I see the Death reversed, this situation has potential for transformation. Whenever the Death is upright, you know, don't be scared that it's a bad card. It means that you can release these hurts, you can release these disappointments, bury them, and then they grow into these flowers, right? So we are buried down into the ground, we die, we become worm food, and then the worms like fertilize the soil, and then beautiful flowers bloom as a result of us like dying, right? As a result of us putting our hurts and disappointments to rest, then something beautiful can come from that once we do that. Whenever it's reversed, it's like we can't move on, we can't see these flowers, we can't see this beauty because we haven't put it to rest. We haven't let go of hurts and challenges and disappointments. We haven't said our sorries. We haven't had our closure. And you know, because the swords are all like mental energy, right? So this mental energy is still alive. It needs to die. Some of these swords do not serve us. Some of these thoughts, they're just chasing us down a hallway. They need to die and transform into something more beautiful. And I gotta say it, I feel like the Six of Pentacles here means some of you have to give. Give a gift. I normally wouldn't ever say that. That's just the message that's coming through. So for some of you Cancers, maybe a way to bury the hatchet and move forward is to give a little token to someone and let them know that they weren't the only ones putting in the work, that they know there was love on your end too. So, let me know in the comments if that resonates with you, Cancer. I love you very much, and I'll see you in April. Bye.